Something needs to be done about those Cooper characters. I don't like them skulking around my town or my mind. I bet.
This river is dangerous, but it leads back to the prison. Way I figure it, they won't be expecting us to come this way. You sure you're up to this, Miss Fox?
That's Inspector Fox? But just call me Carmelita. Thanks for the rescue, by the way.
My pleasure. Inspector? You some kind of sheriff? How'd you get mixed up with Sly?
It's a long, complicated story. Right now, I need to rescue that ringtail, so I can wring his neck.
Ooh-wee, you are feisty. You remind me of this one little gal who...
So, what's this prison like, anyway?
Well, plenty of fire, for starters.
Terrific. Let's get going.
Miss Carmelita, you didn't forget how to use that pistol, did you?
Not a chance. I just press the R1 button to pull the trigger. And I can press and hold the L1 button to focus my aim. Let's sweep this sector, Tennessee. I'll catch up with Cooper. I'm gonna kick his furry tail. I cannot wait to give that ringtail a piece of my mind.
Get back, Carmelita! You got him on the run now, Carmelita! Those barrels are full of TNT. We better blast them before we get blown to smithereens.
Which one of you losers wants some of this?
I sure am glad we're on the same side. Watch it. We got us a cattle call overhead.
I believe Sly got me into this mess.
Nice shooting, Carmelita.
How about less sweet talk and more action? Tennessee, it looks like you'll have to go on ahead. I'll find another way there.
Like some dopes are still looking for a fight. What's in a saddlebag? Could have done that in my sleep. Face it, you can't beat the Tennessee Kid.
Tennessee, this way!
Missy, you're a real Texas woman. Beauty that can't be messed with. Looks company, Miss Carmelita, and not the friendly kind. I'll keep the rats still, and you blast those damn jackalopes.
Why don't you guys just get out of my way?
We got attackers to the left.
Maybe you should just focus on the mission, Tennessee. Steady, Tennessee!
Use your pistol on that river gate or we're going swimming. Now that's what I call straight shooting. Those steers up there mean business. Huh, that switch looks kinda important. Sometimes these boys do get a mite irritating. Shoot, time's a-wasting. Pick it up, Tennessee. I hope you boys got a backup plan. Well, bring it on then, boys. Get your boots on, gang. Tennessee's on the way.
Tennessee, this way! Bentley and Murray are all right. Follow me, Tennessee! go on. I'll stay here and cover you.
All right, who wants to eat some lead?
Start shooting straight! If those prisoners escape, you're taking their place!
You fellas are messing with the wrong outlaw.
Shooting gas! Feel right at home!
Shucks, these galoots are not smart. This is almost as fun as a sack of gold nuggets.
Make one, and I'll do it again. Kid Cooper! Oh, it's nice to see you show up. Oh, yes, now I can give Paradox a
Shucks,
#1
these
deal.
galoots are not smart. You fellas are messing with the wrong outlaw.
Those dirty birds in the can. We're going to give the Paradox an early Christmas present.
Could have done that in my sleep. Well, bring it on then, boys.
Oh, yes, now I can give Paradox a 2-for-1 deal.
This is almost as fun as a sack of gold nuggets.
Tennessee, just one more lock.
You idiots better start shooting straight. If those prisoners escape, you're taking their place.
Carmelita, are you all right?
I am. No thanks to you. I should leave you in that cage after what you pulled, Sly Cooper.
I know. Look, I can explain everything.
Why, if it wasn't for this handsome and charming gentleman, I wouldn't even be here.
Aw, shucks.
Handsome and charming? Really? Look, Carmelita, I know.
Save it, Sly. All I want to know right now is how I get back to Paris.
Actually, Carmelita, I was more curious how you got here in the first place.
But guys, where's the van?
We'll have to track it down later, Murray. Now, what were you saying, Carmelita?
It's a long story, Bentley. Let's get moving and I'll tell you. When I saw that arrogant little, that no-good lying... Ugh, I should have tied his mangy tail around his neck. I should have blasted that smug look right off his face. I should probably just finish my story. After the Cooper gang escaped at the museum, I decided to follow my nose and take a look around. I'd been investigating the trading of stolen antiquities on the black market, but I'd never guessed that two-faced ringtail was involved. Then as I turned a corner, I was stunned to see a huge stash of stolen treasure right there in the museum. And even more shocking, Cyril Le Paradox himself unloading them. I couldn't believe it. The billionaire art collector and museum patron was behind this? I was so surprised that by the time I reacted, his goons already had me covered. Then that slimy sawed-off runt had me thrown into some vile machine. And the next thing I knew, I was playing cowboys and criminals. The Old West? Time travel? It was completely loco. Sure, Le Paradox had done some time in his youth, but he'd been squeaky clean ever since. And Interpol had never considered him a suspect. There were rumors about the source of his wealth, but nothing had ever been proven. Now I knew I'd solved that mystery. And of course, Cooper and his little friends were involved somehow. Why was I not surprised? The Fleabag tried to feed me some story about having to rob the museum to save the future. But I was done listening to that liar. I needed to get back to Paris. But that toad Toothpick had stolen Murray's van, and Bentley's time machine along with it. I finally cracked the case, and now I was stuck in this lousy dust bowl with the Cooper gang. I don't know what made me angrier. Not being able to bust the lowlife skunk, or being trapped here with that lying ringtail. Ooh! The only bearable thing about this whole mess was that at least Cooper's ancestor was a gentleman.
Would it hurt?
Alright, thanks to the bug in Toothpick's office, we have a pretty clear idea of what's going on. Toothpick plans on moving the stolen gold out of the mine using his special train. Unfortunately, that train is now also being turbocharged by our van. And need I mention that we're stranded in time unless we recover it? Well, anyway, it's useless to go after the train in the mine. Toothpick will have stepped up security since our escape, and the place will be crawling with guards. We're going to have to hit that train while it's rolling, but first, we're going to have to catch it, and we'll do that by diverting its route. After surveying the rail system, I've determined there are 3 key track switches we will need to throw, and Toothpick has entrusted the keys to 3 of his toughest henchmen, Wildman Wiesner, Frenchy Lestage, and Red-Eye Robles. Furthermore, these guys keep the keys around at all times. The good news is that during the Toothpick Appreciation Festival, there are a number of contests, and all of them will be competing. Murray, I took the liberty of entering you in the Bare Knuckle Brawl contest. Wildman is the defending champion, and he's sure to have the key on his person. Sly, I hope you're feeling fast because you're going to be competing in the crookedest race in the West, the Toothpick 500. Frenchie happens to be the defending champ, so it's a sure bet it's his time that you'll have to beat. Carmelita, you'll be up against Red-Eye in the shooting contest. As the defending champ, he keeps the trophy close by, with the 3rd key inside. Now let's get going. We don't have any time to waste.
All right, listen up, you flea bags. This here's the annual Toothpick Brawl-a-thon. Ain't no rules, except that if you want a shot at the champ, you gotta fight your way through the ranks first. Looks like we got ourselves a sucker. Yeah, I mean challenger. So let's get on with it. Fighting out of the pink corner, from parts unknown, weighing more than he should, the challenger. Let's hope he fights better than last year's contestant. May he rest in peace. And in this corner, needing no real introduction, weighing in a little more every minute, your howling horde, the Coyote!
careful, Sly. This race is dangerous. They say it's called the 500 because that's how many racers have lost their lives. Also, the course has several checkpoints that you'll need to reach in time to stay in the race. Speaking of which, the only way you're gonna move fast enough is to use that ball. You're gonna need to stay on it the whole race.
Not a problem, because you know...
Don't say it!
That's how I roll. I feel like I'm in the circus.
No time for jokes, Sly. You better get moving.
This definitely reminds me why I prefer picking pockets.
We're in a time crunch here, Sly. That's it, Sly. Keep pushing.
Time to show these folks some real speed. Why do I feel like I'm back in prison?
You can do this, pal.
Ugh, even my tail is tired.
Sly, time is running out.
Oh, my legs feel like spaghetti.
You better get on the ball, Sly. Hurry up! The clock is ticking!
Can't slow down now.
Almost there, Sly. Don't stop now!
Better keep an eye out for that jackpot.
Concentrate. It's just a little further. Excellent! You got the key, Sly! Now scram!
Yeah! Oh, now that's some fine shooting right there. Well, that's it, folks. Looks like this year's champion is gonna be... Wait! Hold everything. We got ourselves a latecomer. Let's see what this pretty little lady has got.
Well, what have we here? Little lady, I know you can't be here to shoot, 'cause there ain't even no man around these parts can stand up to me.
I see what you mean. I can barely stand you myself. But if you're scared of losing, I understand.
Well, I just won the competition, so you're too late. But I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You just go right ahead, sweet thing. If you can beat my score, you get this here trophy. But if you lose, you gotta give me a kiss. What do you say?
Ay, this guy's breath smells like fermented gym socks.
Carmelita, we don't have a choice.
All right, I'll take your wager. But you better get ready to hand over that trophy.
And you better get ready for some serious lip wrestling.
Easy. It actually helps if I pick your side space on the targets. Show this big jerk how to shoot. Just have to keep my focus. The only thing this creepy
What the? Oh, this ain't happening. It's like some kind of magic trick.
The only thing disappearing is your trophy, Red Eye.
Way to go, Carmelita. Now grab that key.
Would it hurt one of you to break out the dust cloth?
Okay, eyes front, everyone. The clock is ticking on this one, so we don't have time to monkey around. Toothpick's gold train is already rolling, and with the incorporation of our van, it's virtually impossible to stop. Thankfully, Tennessee was able to divert the train's route, which gives us the chance we need to catch it. First, Murray, you're going to get the van back. It's positioned near the rear of the train, acting not unlike a booster rocket. It's going to take your considerable fighting skills just to reach it. The catch is that it's being secured with a set of special magnetic locks, which can only be broken by someone of your immense strength. Once the van is free, you'll be able to catch the train and pick each of us up as we complete our tasks. Carmelita, you and I will tackle the next set of cars. I need you to use your peerless marksmanship and cover me while we make our way forward. It won't be easy. The train is crawling with guards, and they'll be gunning for both of us. Our goal is to reach a computer terminal near the middle of the train, where I'm going to do a little hacking. As we already know, Toothpick cannot stand high-pitched frequencies, particularly whistles. So I'll reroute the power and control of the steam whistles on the train engine. Something tells me this will come in handy when we finally reach him. Sly and Tennessee, you're up next. To ensure we stop Toothpick, we'll need to cover all possible escape routes. So Sly, you'll take the roof of the train. Tennessee, you'll move through the cars, where we should be able to reclaim your gold along the way, but your gunslinging will definitely be put to the test. You both should reach the engine around the same time, where you can take Toothpick down. The rest of us will catch up with you in the van. One last thing. Don't forget we're a team, and that's the only way we're going to be able to pull this off. Everyone needs to execute their part of the plan perfectly if we're going to get the van, steal the gold, and stop Toothpick. Now let's move out. Carmelita, we need to get to that terminal in the forward car. I just know you brought plenty of ammunition.
These are helping me steal this gold.
You really should think of it as correcting history.
Your skills are a disgrace.
With your shooting and my hiding, we make a great team. Now to jack that terminal. All right, time for a hack attack. Yes, I'll have those whistles rigged in a jiffy.
Commencing hack.
Every show. Processor, are you?
Why, the whistles are the key!
Oh, ouch! It's my ear holes! I think I have far to go!
Yes!
Okay, Bentley. Glad I could help out.
And yet another system falls before my skill. Go get 'em, boys!
About time. My trigger finger is twitching. Time to pay old Toothpick back for stealing the gold I should have took.
Was supposed to bag my lollipop, huh? Because I can't find them? You got any idea how stressful that is? It's making me itch. I can't even scratch because it's under my armor. So, somebody better find those wounds. Then get them to me fast. I need pronto, because I'm not happy. And when I'm not happy, you're not happy. Understand? Everybody's keep an eye out for those.
I'm gonna wipe that smirk right off Toothpick's
When I
face.
say blasted, I mean it! I want them blasted! You probably heard the saying, dead or alive? Well, forget that nonsense! I want them blasted!
This heist is gonna be my biggest yet. Faster, Murray!
You got it, chum!
Keep her steady. Bullseye! Great job, Tennessee! We'll keep this safe for now.
Great! Keep moving forward, Tennessee!
Ah!
Great! Keep moving forward, Tennessee!
Why, I might have to retire after this one. This here robbery's gonna be one for the record books.
Now hear this! On the shoulders! This is unacceptable! When you catch them, you better catch them. Throw them off the train immediately! Well, no, wait, first shoot them, then throw
smirk right off Toothpick's face.
Yeah! I like the last idea. I mentioned to you that I love my gold. Did I also mention that I hate anybody touching my gold? And lastly, have I mentioned that I really hate guards that let anybody touch my gold? Good. I'm glad we're clear on that.
Faster, Murray!
You got it, chum!
Keep her steady. That's it, Murray. Come to Daddy. Okay, Tennessee, we'll grab the rest once we stop the train.
Yes, you're almost there.
Time to pay old Toothpick back for stealing the gold I should have took. I'm gonna wipe that smirk right off Toothpick's face. Why don't you bring your little runt self down here and take your whooping like a man, Sheriff?
Oh, blast you! Tennessee Kid Cooper! I'm gonna lock you in the deepest, darkest hole, and I'm going to throw away the key!
Give it up, Toothpick! The fat lady is sung and you are done!
Oh, am I?
My gun! Go!
Thanks, kid! Lou Paradox sends his regards! Adios, idiot!
Relax, pal. I'll take care of this.
It's all over, Cooper!
Break out the tailbird costume, Sly. Watch those lasers, Sly.
Why does everyone use lasers? It's too bad you can't shoot as well as you talk. Man, this guy is a windbag.
Sly, use the ball on those valves.
Oh well, I guess I couldn't expect him to fight fair.
That hurts my ears! Who turned on the blasted whistle? Yeah!
Look out, he'll squash you flat. Jump the small whirlwind, Sly.
I should dodge these whirlwinds.
Sly, he's dizzy.
Why you ring-tailed, yellow-bellied?
Get him, Sly.
Yeah! Oh, Cooper! You shouldn't have done that! You look just like a flea on a hot griddle!
Is that the best you've got?
Let's see how you like my bang bang boom
Did you forget your glasses?
That hurts my ears! Who turned on the blasted whistle?
I need to dodge this wrecking ball.
Try jumping those small whirlwinds.
No way to jump these twisters. You have to avoid them.
Now's your chance, Sly.
Dirty, rotten! Why, you mangy, low-down varmint scum! If you getting tired yet?
Come on, Toothpick! I'm right here! Need to focus.
No way to jump these twisters. I'll have to avoid them.
He's stunned, Sly!
Why you? Leave him down! Oh, my ear hole! Please. Ouch.
Well, look at what the cat drug in. Looks like this here's our stop.
Sly, we got a real problem.
I think I just took care of that, Bentley.
No, Sly, it's a train. It's headed for a broken bridge.
Guessing that wasn't part of the plan?
Sly, you have to get off that train. Jump to the van.
Murray, hit the brakes!
They're not working! And I can't shut down the rockets!
What? You idiots! You called this a plan? Ugh, I knew this was a bad idea. I knew I should have had you send me back to Paris. Ugh, I can't believe it's going to end like this.
What in tarnation are they doing? And I was just wondering where that gold had got to. Bentley!
Sorry, Murray. This has to work.
Hey, that's my necklace!
Here goes nothing.
As the van hurtled into the ravine, it felt like we were in slow motion. The thought that our adventures were over flashed through my mind as I braced for the crash. Then, in desperation, Bentley grabbed the closest thing at hand, Murray's Australian fossil necklace, and used it in the time machine. He saved our lives. But now, we had no idea where we were headed. We held on as the van was sucked through the wormhole, tumbling around like a cork in the ocean. Who knew where we'd land? And more importantly, when? Things weren't going very well. We'd landed somewhere, from the looks of it, prehistoric. I was slightly concerned when Bentley broke out the dinosaur repellent, but that was the least of my worries. The crash landing had damaged the van, so the time machine wasn't working properly. Not only was traveling back to Paris impossible, but we couldn't even raise Dimitri on the transceiver. Also, we still had no idea how the Paradox had managed to develop his own time machine. And that was a scary thought. Carmelita was still really hot about things. I just wanted a chance to explain, to tell her how sorry I was for getting her mixed up in all of this. Before we had a chance to talk, she stormed off in a rage. I tried going after her, but I figured that wasn't the best idea. Our conversation would have to wait, at least until she holstered that pistol. We decided the first order of business was figuring out where and when we were. And then, how we were going to repair the van. Otherwise, we'd have to get used to living in a cave, permanently.
Bad news just got worse, Sly. Looks like a couple of pieces of the time drive broke off in that crash landing. I need you to track down the missing components ASAP. Fortunately, the advanced trajectoral management processor is still functional, so I was able to calculate their most likely positions. Unfortunately, they seem to have landed in some dangerous terrain. The temporal sprocket appears to have fallen close to some pterodactyl nests, and I'm afraid one of these prehistoric penguins might have gotten its flippers on the gravity encabulator. Oh, they may look cute, but those little devils are nasty. This isn't gonna be a simple pickup, Sly. Get some photos of their precise locations, and I'll analyze them to formulate a plan. But watch your back. I don't think we're the first guests at this party. See the structure on that mountain? It appears to be some kind of conveyor belt system. Definitely not Ice Age technology. Get a picture of that machinery, too. I smell a rat. Or possibly something even worse.
Bentley, have you heard anything from Carmelita?
Sorry, Sly. I think maybe she just needs to cool off. For what it's worth, I'm just as worried about Penelope.
I know, pal. And we're gonna get her back. I promise.
Very nice, Sly. Getting a shot of that pterodactyl took some skill.
Yeah. Let's come back when I don't look so appetizing.
Perfecto, Sly. I'll find a way to pry the encabulator out of their dastardly things.
I don't know, Bentley. These little guys don't look so bad to me.
Okay, that conveyor belt does not belong here. The question is, what is it being used for? Sly, I'm picking something up. Look for a building that resembles an arena, and let's take a closer look. My thermovision is picking up a lot of activity there.
You got it, pal.
One, two, got a masterpiece for you?
Sly, get a shot of that guy, and maybe we can identify him.
Okay, no way this guy dug that bling up around here.
No, you're absolutely right, Sly. He definitely doesn't belong here. This whole place demands an investigation. Let's start by figuring out who we're dealing with here. Good job, Sly. Now head back to the hideout.